It's important because, like the old saying said, an idle mind will always leave you in a sticky situation. I think the more time that you have on your hands to not be preoccupied, whether that's work or personal things like going to the gym, meeting up with friends, cooking, I think it helps take away from some of those stresses.
It's important that everyone feels supported and comfortable. So it's really important that we do that to make sure that we can get the best out of people.
It's important to make sure that you stay relaxed and you protect your well-being and to keep yourself happy.
It's very important to have these practices in place. Around about 60% of people who suffer from anxiety in the workplace, they end up quitting their job because they don't feel like they have a safe space or a person to go to discuss feelings and how they're coping within their job. My line manager is my person that I would go to discuss feelings of anxiety with the pressures of working in a sales role. I feel that some people might feel that they're being judged or that it's going to be detrimental to their career in some way, that if they say that they're not coping, it's just not true. It's good to work in a place that does have controls and measures to make sure that you can talk openly about your feelings and about your anxiety and about your stresses in the workplace without really being judged. So I feel like a safe space is really important.
My personal coping strategies are all around my daily routine, things like a cold shower in the morning and then making sure I've eaten, had breakfast, keep my energy levels high. And then obviously when things do get a little bit tough or, create a little bit of anxiety, breaking them down into smaller chunks and then dealing with them one step at a time. It always goes back to that question, how do you eat an elephant?
I always talk it through first, whether that be with friends or family or colleagues. Getting another perspective really helps me deal with it.
Inside of work, the way that I sort of cope, and I think anybody should cope with anxiety within the workspace, is knowing exactly what it is that you have to do within your role. There are normally 5 or 6 things that you must do within a role to be sufficient in that role. If you know what they are, you have no doubt in your mind, and the lack of doubt leads to sort of, lower anxiety in your work, in your career path. You need to know exactly what it is that you have to do every day in order to know, have measurements as to if you're doing well, if you're not doing well. So gaining that knowledge from your line manager is very important, I feel. Outside of work, I am an artist, so I always feel I'm most relaxed when I am in front of a canvas or drawing. I go for nice walks, I spend some time with my kids, and I always find that sort of definitely helps me sort of relieve any of the anxiety from work that I do have. It's just sort of relaxing with a family and sort of, just sketching and drawing. That's mainly how I sort of relax.
I like to go on walks before work to clear my head. I do a Wednesday personal training session with my friends from work, and I also like to stay active by going to the gym.